Hello, this is Dr. Castilleja, Superintendent of Mabton School District, with an update on the closure. It is currently Monday, April 20th. And so here we go. People have been wondering about device checkout. We are going to check out Chromebooks or iPads, depending on your grade, for all of those in grades 4 and up. So 4th grade through 12th grade, you should plan to check out a device if you need it. If you don't need a device, you have a working laptop at home, that is totally cool. You should go ahead and use that. If you use your own, it just frees up a device for another student. But we currently have enough devices for grades 4 through 12. We have more on order, so we're hoping to be able to expand that before the closure is over. So checkout dates begin on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So April 22nd, 23rd, 24th. On all 3 days, we have a checkout between 11 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. On Wednesday, we're hoping that we will get 4th, 7th, and 8th grades between 11 and 12:30. On Thursday, 5th, 9th, and 10th grades between 11 and 12:30. And for Friday, 6th, 11th, and 12th grade between 11 and 12:30. Now, if you are in a different grade and you show up, we're not going to turn anyone away. If there's siblings in different grades, just pick one of those days. Just show up. We're going to get you a device. In addition to the midday pickups, we have one evening that we're going to do this as well. On Thursday, the 23rd, between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., all grades are welcome to come through. The pickup point is at the high school for all students. We're not doing it at both buildings. It's all going to be at the high school, and it's going to be a drive-through kind of thing. You probably won't even have to get out of your car. We are asking that parents come with their students on this because there is some paperwork that goes with it. But super easy, drive-through, pick up your device, and you're good to go. So since we're putting out a device, that brings us to, are we going online? That is exactly what's happening. Most schools in the state are going to an online format here in the next week or two, if not already. Our official start date is April 27th. Before now, all of the learning sources that we've been putting out have been optional. Highly encouraged. We've had a lot of participants with that. But starting on April 27th, everything goes back to being required like it was when we were open. This is going to give us a good solid 8 weeks of school as we head through the end of the trimester. The last day of school is officially June 19th. So with that, we will be able to advance kids to the next grade. And for high schoolers, we're going to be able to retain your credits that way. So that is a really big, important piece. So please do your best faith effort to show up, log in, and get set up. With that comes the question of grading. How are we grading during this time? That is still something we don't know yet. Part of the reason for that is we're waiting to hear from our state some of the details and guidance that they want us to conform to. But what I'm expecting is that a lot of this is going to be up to the local decision, which is going to be nice because then we can decide to do what's right for us. I also don't want to move too quickly because I want to make sure that Mabton kids have just as much of an advantage as other schools. So honestly, I'm kind of waiting to see what other districts do as well to make sure that we're well in line with what's going on out there. But here is my best advice. Log in, engage with your teachers, work as hard as you can. We will be able to get you your credits. And we want to have that be something that is to the most advantage for your transcript. And that may not seem super important at the moment, but it will be when it comes time to apply for colleges or military or trade schools and things like that. So the goal is to give Mabton students the best possible chance with all of this going on. So log in, do the best you can, be engaged, stay positive with that. So if you are a student that for some reason or another are not able to get online, there are some families that just live in places that couldn't get internet even if you wanted to. There is always an alternative. There's always a way to do this. If we have to print every page out and get it to you, we'll do that too. So do your best to get online, advocate for yourself, ask for help. If you cannot, continue to advocate for yourself. We'll find a way. There's always a way. That brings us to access to internet. Now, what we've learned is about, oh gosh, I think about 80% of our families do have some kind of internet connection of some sort. If you are one of those that don't, or one that does have internet for that matter, something that we are learning is that it is very beneficial to call your internet providers. If you are currently getting cable TV, or cable is available in your neighborhood, or if you have a cell phone plan already, we are encouraging you to call your providers and just say, hey, what is out there in assistance as far as internet goes? Every provider that I've been able to find has some sort of bump in data, free internet access, free something that's going to help you stay connected. So advocate for yourself, make those calls, and see what's out there. You might be surprised. I actually had a family just today tell me that, yes, company X actually showed up and installed the whole thing, and it's free through this closure. So do that. Do the best you can. If after, again, all of that doesn't work, please call somebody at the school, whether it's your teacher, the office, your principal, myself. We will find a way to get you the learning that you deserve to get. So with that, another question we're getting a lot of is, what's the deal with graduation? Is graduation going to happen? Absolutely, 100%. We will find a way to have graduation. We don't know what it looks like, when it will happen, but we do know that it will be something that will be very special, something that will honor our seniors, and we are very excited for it. So we're kind of taking the stance that this presents a new opportunity to try something completely new. There's been some collaboration with some of the seniors themselves through email and whatnot, and what it seems like to me is having something in person sounds like, you know, what they really want, and that they're willing to wait for it. So we may have to postpone it a little bit, but if we're able to do it, we're going to have graduation, absolutely. So with that, let's see, we have Jostens coming on Wednesday, and let's see what my notes say. It looks like it's from 10 to 11 on Wednesday, and it's going to be a drive-through situation similar to the way you'll be picking up your devices. So if you're a senior and you have a cap and gown, you know, class rings and things like that coming, you'll want to be there to go through the drive-through and pick up your items. So school supplies. A lot of your school supplies are probably in your locker or in your desk at school. So what we are doing is we're working on getting some supplies that we're going to hand out through our lunch program. So the same way you get your meals and breakfasts through the school on the bus routes or at the pickup points, we are going to have some school supplies at some point. It's taking a little while to get those ordered in, but stay tuned for that. So access to buildings. People are wondering, when can I get my stuff out of my locker? When can I get my stuff out of my classroom? That will happen at some point. Again, we're not exactly sure when we will be able to. Right now, we know it won't be before May 4th. Once we hit May 4th, we'll see if we're allowed to bring crowds in again or whatnot. But one way or another, we will do it. We just have to make sure it's safe. So, phone calls from teachers. Every teacher in the district now has a district phone number that they can receive and make phone calls to students and parents. The reason why I wanted to give you this heads up is it has an unusual area code to it. It is a 440 number, which is not usual for us. And I know if you're like me, if you see some obscure area code, you might think, well, that's probably a phone scam or something. I'm not going to answer it. But the 440 numbers are our numbers. So that is an internal number that we've asked teachers to use. So the directory of those numbers is posted on our website now, and your teachers have probably reached out with you with it already, and some of them are actually using it with text as well. So that's totally fine to use, and we encourage that. So logging into email. In order to use our online schooling, we are using what's called Google Classroom. A lot of kids have already been using that for a long time. But that since it was all set up, it just made sense to go with that. So to get your work and to engage in your classrooms online, you just need to be able to get into your email account, your school email account. If you remember how to do that, you'll be good to go. Just log into your email. You'll get to Google Classroom that way. If you do not know how to do that, reach out to your teachers, reach out to your principal, reach out to the office, and somebody can help you get your email and password very easily. So just let us know. Not knowing how to log in isn't a good enough excuse, kiddos. Got to get yourself logged in. So advocate, call someone, ask for help. We'll get you going. Not a problem. So let's see what else we got here. The packets that we were sending out before will continue as needed. We don't think that we're going to need as many as we had before, but the packets that we put out now will coincide with the online classes. So if you're somebody that just cannot get online for some odd reason, those packets are going to continue to be printed, but you need to ask for them so that we can make sure that they're prepared for you. So grades preschool through third grade will continue to do the printed packets, and as we start to get more Chromebooks, that might shift, but everything for the primary grades will be in packets. My understanding is those teachers are also putting the packets into the Google Classroom as well. So if you have a device, parents, you can still go ahead and log in and do it that way. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But all the materials will be in both forms. So let's see, just kind of going through my notes that I have in front of me. Checkout, I don't know if I mentioned this, but on the checkout for devices, we do want to make sure that we have parents and students go to that together. So we do have some books that we're going to be putting out. Most of them are library books, so if you receive one of these books, please do what you can to take care of it, and do plan to bring it back at some point. We will have instructions on how to do that, but we want to get some books into some hands. I know a lot of you have been using e-readers and whatnot. If you jump online, you'll find all kinds of free sources out there that companies are putting out. But a lot of times you just can't replace a good old-fashioned book with pages. So we're going to be putting those out as well. Some of those books will be donated, have been donated, and so we're going through the process to disinfect, make sure that they're safe to hand out. And so those are on their way as well. So credits. We were talking about grading and whatnot. Credits is another piece that people are wondering about. Are we getting our credits? What we are doing is we are making our best faith effort to get the content in front of students so that we can actually issue the credits. And that will be in everybody's best interest in the long run. Above and beyond that, there may be cases for seniors where there's just not enough time. As long as everyone is logging in and making their best faith effort to stay engaged, we will have a lot of local control over making sure everybody graduates. So, and that is the intent, is to get everyone graduated. So it looks like that kind of covers all of my notes for right now. We'll probably do another one of these updates down the road, but for right now, probably the biggest thing to know is get yourself logged in, get yourself a device if you don't have one at home already. Start engaging on April 27th. Everything is required. And if you have questions, give us a call here at school. Thank you. Stay positive, stay safe, stay connected to people, and we will see you here back on campus before you know it. Thank you.